1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Jones looking to throw it on the first play. Hunter Henry brings it in. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Now Jones. This is Smith with a grab. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Cook. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that did?
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Dalvin Cook with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one too low. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down. Cook up the gut. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to go up top again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Fielded just inside the 20. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off play action. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Jones. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go play action with Burrow.
Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Here we go.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. It's Mixon on the counter. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Here we go, here we go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots are going to have it here just past the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun, Jones. And complete right side to Cook. Touchdown, Patriots.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Darius Phillips on the loose. He will score. Touchdown, Bengals.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking out some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it.
That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
First down, here's the run with Cook. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Cook will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, still in the first half here, a long way to go. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And even 100 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards that time.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Pats will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
nah.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Jones now. A final shot before break. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive and in play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD.
And Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 38, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Up the middle, it's Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Dalvin Cook, 32 yards. And the Patriots have moved out in front. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips now from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with... He's got a man, complete! And he will finally be escorted out of bounds, down inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Boyd. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, it's Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Patriots are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
139 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw again on second down. Jones, rush coming, and he's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Here's Jones, off the play fake. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the... And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Pats are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 66 yards. And the Patriots are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Boyd. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. They'll set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here we go.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Marcus Jones picks it, and the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he stays up. Incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar to score. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again. Here the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Complete. Smith has it. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Jones. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. An option handoff here to Mixon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From midfield now, Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. They'll try the middle with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this 4th quarter. Losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done. Because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Jones. He's got Smith here. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Now Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, that looked to be good the whole way. That is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Here we go, here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go, here we go.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Now Cook running right. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for New England, they've had a rough go of it, but they finally pick up their first win of the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6 and 7 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.